Those who are dating very attractive people, what is it like? My drill sergeant, after seeing my wife, pulled me out of ranks in front of 3 battalions and asked me who she was. When I replied she was my wife, he said, "What is this? Be Kind to Animals Week? Did I win the lottery?" I've been standing at a bar talking to her and a random girl came up and did the body block initiate conversation thing to save her from me. I remember my engagement photos. Big, juiced up photographer, you are the groom? Kinda fun. It's amazing. She's the best ever, but she goes to another school, so I can't show you pics. I asked my wife and she still hasn't stopped laughing. Her friend's trying to get her to come to her senses and dump me. 15 years and 2 kids later, none of those friends are left. Edit ha! I just realized how dark that sounds. Fuck it, I'm leaving the original here too. I mean, none of them remain as friends, though a few have died in unfortunate car accidents. Years ago, I brought my girlfriend, now wife, to Texas to meet my mom for the first time. Everything went normally. The first time my mom and I were alone, she turned to me and said, "You must be really good in bed. My wife is quite attractive and I think I look like a potato." I just roll with it. The only rule is you can't get jealous. Not just on their behalf, but for your own sake in general. Being insecure is unattractive. My wife is way out of my league. When we started dating and going places, this is how interactions would go. Staff, hello there, what can I get for you? My wife, you'll have such and such staff, and for her friend. Me, happens so many times, lol. It's great. We both think we are reaching and both think the other person is settling. It can be tough because I see all the women staring at him all the time. He's in a profession where he deals with lots of women all day long, and I see the longing in their eyes because he is not only gorgeous, but brilliant and funny. He thinks him more attractive than him. Him not, he's a PT BC, everyone is curious. I used to date someone way more attractive than me back in the day, and I could recognize the look from other guys, sometimes saying something like, "What the fuck is she doing with him?" Asking my wife. Update. I have played the most dangerous game and lost, fellow Redditors. Learn from my downfall. I once dated a guy out of my league, and the reality is that I was very insecure and felt uncomfortable when we went out to places where there were many pretty girls, because I felt that I wasn't enough for him and that he'd look at another girl who was really pretty. In the end that did happen, but my insecurity didn't make me enjoy the relationship. Thank God I'm working on that in therapy. I used to also be attractive. Now I'm not. It's hard. Women will openly stare mouth agape and approach him. He doesn't notice half the time. I spend a lot of time wondering when he'll realize he's out of my league and leave me. I mean, it's nice when he meets friends of mine and they rave about him afterwards. Like, yes, I know he's a snack. He's also the sweetest man in the world, so he's the entire package. And I consider myself extremely blessed to be the one to see him naked. They think him rich. At least people know him the personality higher. Not currently, but have in the past. I mean, it's cool. You gotta get used to a shitton of people glancing, staring at them anytime you go out. Also gotta get used to guys trying to hit on them the second you walk away. I never had an issue with either, so it worked for me. The underrated upside is that shit is self-perpetuating. You immediately become more desirable if you're with someone who, in this case, other girls realize is beautiful. It's nice though they suffer from self-esteem issues linked to the specific kind of compliments they've gotten in the past. My hubs could hands down get a way better looking girl than me, and as we age he keeps getting hotter, and me, not so much. Sometimes I feel insecure that others wonder why he is with me, but then I feel complimented because it means him doing a lot of things right. I never feel jealous as in he would leave me because I know he loves me, my mind, and our life together. I do, however, get jealous of how easy it is for him to be good looking. I have to spend hours getting ready to look okay to stand next to him, and he just rolls out and couldn't care less. He's the best. I'm super thankful. We argue over who is more attractive, but I'm convinced it's him. My so gets called Thor Chris Hemsworth by kids while walking down the street and in our friend circles. The only weird encounter we had was at a bar. This intoxicated older woman was visibly incredulous that we were together and kept trying to hit on him. My significant other is way more attractive than me. Other girls fawn over him. It doesn't bother me because I know where his heart lies. We were out on a date one night. Every time I walked away to go to the restroom or get a drink, I would come back to some skinny little thought in my seat. He would be polite, but never flirtatious. Then calmly tell them to move so his girl could sit back down. On a different night, I had a bartender tell me I didn't have a shot with the gray-eyed guy. I was already living with the gray-eyed guy. I dated a professional rugby player, He was good looking, a good person, treated me like a queen, but was a bit dim. I thought it shouldn't matter if he wasn't smart because that's not a character flaw and he was a great guy. But I just found it hard to be attracted to someone who just agreed with everything I said and didn't have much to think about anything. I told my friend I was going to break up with him and she got really upset because he was hot and I should try more. I felt bad because he was a genuinely nice guy, but despite the hot body, I just couldn't feel attracted to him.